Alright, finishing up this lesson, we have a few more problems. We're going to continue on the path of the word, which we're raising each of these to the power first and getting rid of the parentheses. So I've got 6 to the third, m to the third, n to the third, times 5 to the second, m to the negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. I have 6 times 6 times 6, which is 216. M to the third, n to the third, times, I have 5 times 5, which is 25, m to the negative 6. I need to multiply 216 times 25. I'll just do that quickly on a calculator. So I've got 216 times 25, gives me 48,600. 48,600. M to the 3 plus negative 6 is negative 3, n to the third. Now we're not finished because this m is unhappy. It does not want to be on the top of the fraction, so we move it to the bottom of the fraction, and we keep the other things where they were. My next problem, this one is raised to the first power, so I really just have 4x y to the third times, then I have x to the negative 9th. This base has a power of 1, so I'm really saying I have 4, I have 1 plus negative 9, that's x to the negative 8th, y to the third. No negative exponents allowed in my answers at the end. This one's not happy, so it moves to the bottom of the fraction. Everything else stays on the top. And my last two problems here, what I really have is I have parentheses, which means I'm multiplying, but everything in between is being multiplied as well. So we can multiply these in any order we so desire. Because of the rules of multiplication and that being we can do it in any order we want, it would be much easier for me to multiply 1.5 times 3, which gives me 4.5, and then to use my rules of exponents, which says keep your base and add your exponents together. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. Now this happens to be in scientific notation, so I'm going to finish because this number is between 1 and 9. The last problem here, we're going to do the same thing. These parentheses really mean nothing because everything's being multiplied together. So I'm going to multiply by 9 times my 7, which gives me 63. And then I'm going to multiply or keep my base and add my exponents together. So I get 10 to the negative 15. Now, most of us find it easier to change this into standard form first, rather than trying to put it strictly into scientific notation. Now, if you're able to do that, then that's fine. I'm going to change this into standard form first, which means I'd move my number over, my decimal over 15 spots. So that would actually create 13 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 zeros. So this 63 times 10 to the negative 15 is this really, really small number. In order to change this into scientific notation, I need to place my decimal between the 6 and the 3, so I'd have my first number between 1 and 10. So now I'll say 6.3 times 10 to the, that would require me to move it only 14 spots, and I do want my number to be really, really small, so I want it to be a negative exponent. And now I have it in scientific notation.